65 days ago, Jen and I grabbed a canoe and started at Lake Itasca, Minnesota, and paddled all the way down to the end of the Mississippi River, ending in the Atchafalaya.
So here we are, we finished yesterday, and now we're about to drop Taters off at the airport. Except what? So, you know how we made the decision to go down the Atch like a week ago because that was the prettier thing, but did you notice we were ahead of schedule? I don't do ahead of schedule. I don't do going home early because we don't have a home. We have a storage locker.
And
so
I don't do going home early because I still have a bonus week of summer. That's right, 11-week summer vacation this year instead of 10.
So we made the only logical decision, which is instead of just sitting around in a hotel eating nachos and sitting there, wait, why didn't we do that? We just got a ride 3 hours from Point Burns, and we are back at Old River Lock, and we are going to be doing the last, it looks like 340 miles out to Hedda Passes, out to Port Eads, out a little further to the ocean, if everything goes to plan. So that means we get to see Suicide Run, War Zone, Cancer Alley, all those fun things they talk about ahead on the river. What, she just suddenly got not quite as fun. So yeah, basically we started doing the math a couple of weeks ago, realizing, oh, hey, we're going to finish with time to spare. We still want to do the Atch. And then I broached to Jen, it's like, is there any way I could convince you to maybe we do both of the routes? And it turns out it's hard to get from Burns Point than you would think here, but we had two absolutely lovely river angels who just came, picked us up, and took us all the way back and dropped us off on 102-degree heat with mud and pollution. Why are we doing this again? So along the way, we just recharged our devices. We just did our final resupply. Kind of figured where could we go where I wouldn't stand out, and Walmart, probably good. So, featured soon in People of Walmart Part 2.
And finally, on our last resupply of the trip, I got Matt into the store with me, and yep, he found some things to buy.
The candy aisle. Really easy to find the river angels right now. And we think we should be good to go to make the last 8 days or so. So it is back to Big River, tow barges, current. We're excited. I'm excited about the current because the Atch did not have much in the way of current. So yeah, you might have been thinking, weren't they going through weeks of heat rash, like just killer sun? Shouldn't they be happy to be done? Yes, basically, but trail name, yeah. So about 22 hours later, and we are back. We put in right above Old River Lock. I was tempted to go right below it and write it on the uphill direction, but that got beat up. At this point, we are back on a time schedule because all that hard work, those 50-mile days, putting us ahead. We've now added 340 miles, so we have to finish that in order to get her out on the 20th. We have a hotel near downtown on the 19th, so that is our goal. We have to be back at Venice on the 19th sometime at the very latest. We do have an extra goal, which is if we can make it work to spend the last night out on basically the end of South Pass, past Hedda Passes, past Port Eads. It'd be kind of cool to stay right there by the coast, come back the next morning, but that's going to be dependent on a whole heck of a lot of things. And there's our old friend, Old River Lock. So that's the start of the Atch. And this is back out to the Mississippi. We went through a couple of different plans as far as getting back out here. We initially thought we had a ride, that fell through. The guys that came and got us were super nice. The guy had a day off and basically spent it coming out, getting us and driving us over. Oh, and we are back to our friend the current, which is sadly not that much because we're in really, really, really low water conditions here, but we will take it. And we are welcome back with waves and headwind. He was just minding his little snake business and we got in his way. Oh, now he's coming after you. It's like that gator that was chasing you yesterday. Oh, he has had it with you, Jen. The angels that gave us a ride back down here mentioned that Jen's favorite thing, these wing dams, actually go away once we get to Baton Rouge.
Yay!
You're going to be so bored. You're not going to have whirlpools or anything else. I mean, come on. This is a little earlier than we usually stop, but today it's just kind of bonus anyway. And This is a nice campsite right across from Angola, which is some really big prison. So that's kind of cool. And there's a cell tower over at Angola, so we have internet. So I think we're going to stop here, wake up at 4 a.m. and get moving right at first light and see what the Mississippi's got for us. It does feel good to still be out here. And this is a beautiful sight. Big river, and we have current again.
After a relaxing morning by the seashore this morning, well, relaxing for me, Matt was working really hard on videos the whole time trying to get caught up. We did a hefty resupply at Walmart, drove about 3 hours thanks to some really nice river angels up to the Old River Lock and got back on the Mississippi. And here we are at yet another delightful sandbar camp, which has really become one of the memorable and definitive features of this trip for both of us. Looking forward to seeing what's next on the river. Home sweet home for the night.
And Taters was packing up only to find we had a visitor by the tent.